All right, guys, so we got to talk about this woke high school that decided to ban USA Day in school, okay? They're saying, no, you can't have a day celebrating the United States of America during Spirit Week because it's too controversial. Yes, celebrating the United States in school, having a day that is for students to express their patriotism, apparently, again, is too controversial and divisive and political to have in school. According to the woke administrators at the school, who are now issuing an apology after some base students showed up to school anyways with their patriotic gear and clothing on in protest of this woke high school essentially not allowing students to celebrate this country during Spirit Week. Now, this story takes place at Wellesley High School out of Massachusetts. And I want to go ahead and roll the clip so you guys get a better understanding of what happened here. Take a look.
Developing tonight, the principal of Wellesley High School apologizing for telling kids America Day wasn't allowed for Spirit Week. Kids showed up in their red, white, and blue today anyway.
Boston 25 News reporter Daniel Coates is live outside Wellesley High tonight. And Daniel, this story came to us as a tip, and tonight the school admits calling this a bad idea. It was a mistake.
Well, guys, and the school tells me that the reasoning for not having this theme today was that it didn't match up with others from earlier on this week. On Tuesday, it was Tropical Tuesday, Wednesday, Western Wednesday, and technically today was Fitness Friday. But I have to tell you guys, we were on this corner as school was letting out, and plenty of students were wearing red, white, and blue, and even some parents as well. Friday afternoon was Fitness Day at Wellesley High, the school-wide theme for Day 5 of Spirit Week ahead of their Thanksgiving football game. But plenty of students celebrated a different theme, USA Freedom Day, draped in red, white, and blue, leaving the classroom.
The administration was not going to let this happen, and that this was not even a topic for discussion. It was not happening.
Olivia Spagnola is part of the student unification program that decides the daily theme for students to match, telling us when they proposed USA Day, they were quickly shut down by teachers and school leaders.
It was not allowed because it separated people from each other at the school.
In a letter to students and parents, Wellesley's principal said they shut down this theme to avoid politics and still allowed students to wear their America-themed attire if they wanted. Students and some parents took them up on the offer.
I think it's absurd. I think it's sad and depressing.
We came here to experience all of that, so I'm really shocked that that's going on.
Michael's daughter is a student at the high school. His family moved to Wellesley from Australia.
We love the American dream, freedom, we're all for it. I want my daughter to experience the full thing.
Students showed off their patriotism online and promoted USA Day despite the administration. With 2 days left of Spirit Week, some students just decided to not participate at all.
I didn't wear anything red, white, and blue because I was afraid, am I going to get judged?
I can't believe we wouldn't be able to be patriotic for our own country.
And once again, guys, the school department said that they apologized. They wanted to avoid controversy, but they fear that this has only created more controversy for parents, students, and the entire community. For now in Wellesley, I'm Daniel Coates for your local station, Boston 25 News.
A talker for sure. A lot of people talking about this. Thank you.
Yeah, so you seen that, you heard that, okay? We live in a country where high schools are saying that, no, we don't want to have an America Day. We don't want to have a day where students show up to school in patriotic clothing to celebrate this country. No, we don't want to do that. It's too controversial, right? It's too divisive and it's political. This is what schools are saying in 2023. However, when it comes to critical race theory, when it comes to woke gender theory, when it comes to the far left agenda that is being pushed in school, no, you don't understand. That's civil rights, okay? That's equal rights. That's not being political or anything like that. That is civil rights. And you're a bigot if you oppose it. Okay. But again, apparently the bigotry card does not apply when you have a school that says, no, we're not going to allow students to celebrate being American. Right. Which, hey, I would argue based off what the left has argued in regards to the rights arguments against teaching critical race theory and woke gender theory in school. Because again, it is political that if you don't allow a USA Day, then you are being a bigot towards Americans, right? You are engaging in anti-American bigotry, right? Isn't that how this works, right? That's what I'm accusing this school of. But again, it's a shame that students, okay, they show up to school and they're afraid to wear patriotic clothing because they don't want to be judged. They don't want to be seen as if they're making a political statement. It's insane. It really is. So, situations like this really just goes to show you the state of, public education where, again, it is political to have a America Day, right? Because that triggers people, right? The American flag triggers people. But it's totally fine. It's totally cool to have gender neutral bathrooms, a pronoun policy, okay, a bunch of clubs to promote, far left activism, right? This is what this is. We don't want politics in school, but look at this page right here from the high school, right? This same high school is clearly pushing a leftist agenda with all this stuff that they have up here, right? Let's watch this video.
Carolyn, and I'm the director of the Pride Center here at Bridgewater State University. On behalf of the fabulous folks here today, I want to welcome you to our first Pride Matters video. We call it Pride Matters because we strongly believe in prioritizing real inclusion, diversity, and equity. We know that there are a lot of things to think about when you or the student in your life has made that decision that they're going to start looking at colleges and universities. And as a queer identified person, I know that there is a lot to think about when you're thinking of trying to find a place where you can be your authentic self. Unfortunately, right now throughout our country, we see a lot of anti-LGBTQ sentiment and anti-LGBTQ legislation happening. And we want you to know that there are places where you're not just going to be tolerated, but you're going to be accepted, you're going to be welcomed, you're going to be celebrated, and you're going to be able to be your authentic self.
Yeah, so again, this is the same school that says we don't want to be political while at the same time endorsing messages, putting out messages that promote a left-wing political agenda, right? Making false claims that, there's a lot of LGBTQ hate going on in the country, stuff like that, which is just not true, right? It's not true. Okay, they're pushing out woke organizations, right? They're clearly pushing a left-wing agenda here. But yet again, they're not political, right? They don't want to get too political. America Day is too much. That's too far. Again, it shows you the current state of our high schools, the current state of our education system, where, again, when you put a bunch of stuff about, left-wing ideologies out there, that's not political. When you celebrate this country, that's too political. We don't want to get involved in that, right? Students are afraid to come to school and be judged for, celebrating this country and being patriotic. It's really sad. But again, the bright spot here is that these base students stood up against this policy and came to school in their patriotic gear anyways. They promoted it anyways. They did everything in their power to still show that, hey, there's some common sense and decency and some patriotism in this country, right? That it's actually cool to embrace the values that this country was built off of. It's actually a cool thing to celebrate this country. It's a cool thing to be patriotic. And I think this is important. And the reason why it's important is because we have a patriotism problem in this country, okay? You guys, this is something I talked about when I talk about the Israel-Palestine or Ukraine thing. It's like I see more of other countries' flags, okay, than I see of American flags, okay? We have individuals, particularly Gen Z, they are triggered by the American flag, but they're so passionate about another country's flag. Another country's flag that, if you lived in that country, your life would not be nearly as good as it is right now as an American, right? But again, they love these other countries, whether it be Ukraine, Israel, Palestine, whatever, right? We seeing these flags left and right, but we don't see too much of America anymore. And I think videos like this, do go and show you kind of the reason why it is, because these kids are being indoctrinated in these woke high schools where they're basically learning that being patriotic is not a good thing. It's divisive, right? Celebrating this country is like making a political statement, and it's not. It's not. When people say, standing for the national anthem is making a political statement. It's not a political statement to stand for the national anthem and show respect for this country. That's not political. There's nothing political about that. But when you go out of your way to disrespect the national anthem, to disrespect the flag, then yeah, you are making a political statement. Okay? So, again, I think the people that are actually really making a political statement here is the school, where, again, they're clearly okay with pushing political agendas, just those on the left. They're making a political statement by basically saying, well, we're not going to allow America Day, right? What you're essentially showing is that you're a woke indoctrination factory, okay, and that you endorse far left, America hating bigotry, right? That's what you're showing, okay? That's exactly what you're showing. So, hey, let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and support, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.